Welcome to Cut Daisies and Unicorns, and it's a Trailer Friday, everybody. Trailer Friday.
It is Trailer Friday.
We are trailing on this Friday.
Yeah, we kind of put it back to back. I mean, I've got a trip coming up, and so called Phil, and by calling, I mean I texted him.
Same thing.
Yeah, kids don't want
just generationally.
Yeah,
it's the same.
Yeah. And so, anyway, long story short, we're getting this all done. When you're listening to this, it will be our past selves talking to you in the present time.
Right.
And so, if you want a little theory on time travel, you can go back and listen to it. It's properly marked out in our playlist.
It is.
Yep. And so
check us out.
I have a conundrum.
Yeah.
I mean, my sense of time travel is a conundrum for people.
Oh, yeah. Right. I thought you had like another conundrum.
Well, I've got several. We'll deal with therapy later.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, we spent a lot of time in this episode on Sunday, talking about, lots of things that could be therapy related.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Maybe that's why people do listen, because they're like, these guys sit down and it's pretty much a therapy session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe except for Fringe. I mean, I don't know what your therapy sessions look like, though. Maybe. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, my the skeptical Phil.
Yeah.
Like, cause I don't know, something we were talking about the other day, and I was just like, well, and aliens. We brought that up in conversation, and I'm like, yeah. I'm skeptical still. Yeah. I said, I believe that there are UAPs.
Yeah.
As we've talked about.
Yeah.
I said, I'm a little bit more skeptical on like the alien side of it.
Mm-hmm.
So there you have it. I mean, it came out in conversation again. So
yeah,
there we go. Skeptical Phil.
Skeptical Phil.
Or Phil the Skeptic. I don't remember which one it was, which direction
I think we landed backwards to that, in that Phil the Skeptic gives you a more scholarly approach.
There we go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. So lots to be able to consider. I mean, because it is kind of a continuation episode from last week, as we were looking at status and we were looking at directions of, how do we find, the things there. So we talk a lot about values on Sunday. And so values are going to be playing into how are we determining what our values are, and if we say we value something, do we, and how can we judge that?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah. What else did we talked about 77 to open up.
Yeah. We talked about the number. We talked about the lottery. We talked about what we didn't talk about is we didn't talk about the weather. We didn't talk about a lot of movies. We didn't talk about music. There's, just so if people are like, what am I really getting into? But
right.
if you're listening to this trailer and you're wondering about what's coming up on Sunday, if you haven't seen episode 6 or listened to it of season 7, you should go back there.
Right.
And it is a back-to-back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would do that first. So if you can listen to our opening stuff. That's going to be fine. Like, you're not going to miss anything. We talk about 7. So, but then when we get into the actual, coverage of the topic, it is a continuation of last week. So make sure you go back.
You'll lose a lot of context.
You will.
About what we're even talking about or why we're coming to the conclusions that we're coming to if you don't pick that up.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's just a warning for you currently on this Trailer Friday.
And if you can't find it, then it's lost to the universe. I mean, it got on a ship and it went to find its own alien.
It's an alien of its own. Then.
Yeah, just boom, gone.
That floating in the universe.
The lost episode.
The status.
Yeah.
The status of the lost episode.
What's your status? Lost.
Lost. Which we did have a Lost reference.
Yep, we did. It's so funny. I could probably go back and watch that whole thing and wouldn't remember any of it. I mean, like, I remember going through it, but
Yeah.
I mean, like, and I remember the ending.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And it wasn't grand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably what, it's more remembered for now is like, oh, that ending, right? Most people.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Heather and I have watched Lost probably 5-6 times straight through.
Through the whole thing?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And every time she's like, I don't remember that. I'm like, I know. You say that every time we go through it. I don't remember what's going to happen. I'm like, we've watched, like, it's not just once and then we watched it 10 years later. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, we watch it every couple of years, which
Yeah.
I think we might be due for another rewatch.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Is that on one of our favorite streaming?
I think it's somewhere, yeah.
Oh. Or is it Lost as well?
Yeah, is it Lost? But speaking of shows, Yellowstone starts on Sunday.
And the Sylvester Stallone Tulsa,
right,
Tulsa King
Tulsa King
starts as well.
Yeah. So,
Sheridan.
oh, is he doing that one too?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Yeah, he's expanding his universe.
Yep.
Yeah. Bringing in Sylvester Stallone. I mean, then he's going to have the 19 whatever.
I think it's 1929 or
Yeah.
19.
And that's going to have Harrison Ford in it. It's going to have...
It focuses on a prominent black sheriff of the West
Oh,
back in that era, like
Okay.
loosely based. It's not historically tied to the actual accounts,
character, yeah.
but
okay.
but based on because of that. Yeah.
So, Lost is on Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN Plus. No, it doesn't. It must just be on Hulu.
Okay.
I think it's because they're owned by the whole Disney thing. So Disney
there you
owns ESPN, and they also own Hulu. So yeah,
Well,
which would make sense because
Ain't
Lost
that a
was
little
an
Mickey
ABC
Mouse?
show, right? It was an ABC show. So
Yep.
yeah. So that means if you don't have the like super upgraded version of Hulu, then you got commercials. Yeah. Like Netflix. They're probably eventually, I assume, going to move to a commercial structure.
you think so?
I would probably venture to guess that that's the direct.
Would you buy a lottery ticket on it?
Probably not.
Okay.
But I may place a bet.
What about
if there was some place
queso
to
and chips?
Yes, queso and chips.
See.
Yeah. So lots of shows that are going to be starting up here.
All right. So I got a question for you, Phil.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to?
Well, I am looking forward to Yellowstone.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I mean, and I apparently that 1920 series is supposed to be pretty well done as well. I mean, lots of good actors there, but I think it also comes from that same, the 1883.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's not a continuation, but it's kind of a continuation because I think that the Duttons will still be a part of it, at least the family name. So I think it'll be well done. What am I looking forward to? I guess Thanksgiving's going to be this month, right? I mean, I guess I can look forward to some kind of feast, celebration, family, friends. I don't know.
Yeah.
So that could be a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a board meeting this afternoon, so they're not really anything to look forward to, but there is a vote on the table for eliminating uniforms at the school. And
I thought you were going to say eliminating Jell-O.
no, I don't know if I don't even know if they have Jell-O for lunches anymore.
I don't know if it's allowed.
Yeah, it's probably not healthy enough or something. I remember those. They used to do those big trays of Jell-O and then just cut them into squares. I remember those for school lunches. But yeah, I think Dancing Numbers came up in the episode on Sunday too, right at the end.
It did.
Yeah, so that brings me back to childhood and Dancing Numbers. I still haven't figured out which one is my favorite yet, but I'll discover that.
Yeah, and so you'll have to listen to the episode because it was a parting thought that of self, of me just being transparent. When people are like, "Dude, how are you so weird?" I'm like, I don't know. It's just always been in my head that way.
just am.
Like,
I am what I am.
I'm just a little snowflake. And I don't melt.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But I can be bruised. All right. So what else is going on in this? We just came out of an election that's still probably going to linger on. Apparently there's another, I just got an alert saying I think the Georgia Senate race is going to be officially a runoff now in December. So that's going to continue on.
Yeah.
So not looking forward. I'm sure those people in Georgia aren't necessarily looking forward to more debates and more
voting,
political ads, more,
Yeah. I remember as a child hearing of the unrest in South America. Mm-hmm. It may have been the country of Brazil. I don't recall which country, but how that there was unrest around the political voting and all of that stuff going on.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, man, I'm just glad we live in the United States where we don't have problems like that. And you actually brought up a very, very good point, and that is if we help our listeners' expectations get set in a way, don't be longing for it getting back to normal. We're in a new season, and we're adjusting to the new normal.
Yeah.
Rock and roll, Ayatollah.
Rock and roll, Ayatollah. There we go.
Yeah.
The Ayatollah.
So, best thing is that we can get up in the morning. Mm-hmm. Personal hygiene is at the top of the list.
Or it should be.
And then the goal would be, how can you just make the world a better place by being better to people?
That's a good goal.
Yeah. It boils it down that there are simple things that we can ascribe to.
Yeah.
And if we work towards that, that'd be a good thing.
Yeah, and I would say longing for people to long for that too.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, I don't think that's everybody's value. Going back to episode talk about values.
Yeah.
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 Uh-huh.
Okay.
Right.
There is a stretch in this episode where you're talking, and I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, All right, everybody.
That's it for today. Have a good weekend, everybody. And I don't know. I don't have any even words of wisdom are not floating to the surface of my brain right now.
Enjoy the beautiful weather.
Yeah.
Because winter is coming.
There you go. There's words of wisdom for you all on this day. Yeah.
I'm not spitting
that.
I'm not spitting no games.
Right.
Just telling you the truth.
Right.
Yeah.
Winter's coming.
All right.
Enjoy it while you can. See you, everybody.
Later.